Would you like to have faster reactions out on the pickleball court?
100%, I'd like to.
Ah, me too. And guess what? Today, Tony, who is a senior pro player, is going to show us some of the secrets that the pros use that we can do too.
Yeah, it's amazing. These, even though we're pros, right? The things that we do on the court that make it look like we're always in the right place at the right time are techniques that you can use as well. And CJ and I are going to show you in this video how to add them to your game.
Tony, a lot of times when I'm watching pro play, the pros handle the third and the fifth shot very differently than we see those handled out on the rec courts. What is it that the pros don't know that we don't, that we could be doing?
So CJ and I are at the baseline. We're going to walk you through a common area that's a great area of opportunity if you learn how to do this. This is something, as CJ mentioned, that pro players, we do it all the time when the opportunity arises. Amateurs oftentimes let this opportunity slide. What we're going to do is we're going to walk through it step by step, really calm and controlled so you can see it clearly, and then we'll show you some live game footage so you can see it in real tournament action. All right, CJ, so here's what we're going to play. I've served, the returns come back to you. Now CJ's hitting the third shot, okay? So now the question is, how do we move? Now, most players in my position, the non-hitter on the third shot, are going to wait for their partner. It's this idea of being tethered, almost like there's a pull between like foosball players, right? And so we're going to wait. So CJ starts moving forward and I start moving forward, right? We move in together. But what happens is if there's a pop-up on the fourth shot coming back, there's no one there to clean it up. There's no one there to put the ball away because I waited for CJ and I'm tethered to CJ, opportunity lost. So let me show you how you should do it. Let's go back to the baseline, CJ, if you would. So what happens now is I have served, the return has come to CJ. CJ's hitting the third shot. I'm taking a couple of steps in. CJ can't come with me because CJ has to finish her shot and get set before she can move. I'm hunting though. I'm looking. I don't even know where CJ is right now because that's not my concern. Because here, we're focusing on the ball. By focusing on the ball, I can then come forward, find a pop-up, and put the ball away. CJ doesn't even have to move, and we can score a point. It's really effective, CJ, when you use this and add this to your play.
All right, Tony, let's show them how it's done in real tournament play.
Roll the film.
You see this a lot out there, and there's a lot of points that can be scored. But we want to make sure that we're moving intentionally, not just running blindly on the third shot up to the non-volley zone.
Yeah, 100%. And you can think about it, we call it scoring in 5. So just do numerical, right? So the serve is 1. 3 is CJ hitting a great third shot. 5 is me moving up and putting the ball away. When you're scoring in 5 like that, everything is working like a well-oiled machine. You have a really good third shot hit by CJ that sets me up for a kill opportunity. But if I don't move up to put the kill shot in, then the opportunity is lost and you're not scoring in 5. So when you're playing, pay attention to, are you and your partner working in tandem and scoring in 5?
All right, Tony, let's go on up. We're going to show you one more.
As we come up here, you notice we're moving tethered, right? Like the foosball we talked about earlier. Let us know in the comments below what you've heard about partner movement. Now, moving with your partner, is it tethered or something else? Put it down below. We want to know so that we can help you in a future video. All right, CJ, we're up at the line here. And what happens here is, definitely want to try and play up at the non-volley zone line as much as possible,
Absolutely.
right? And, put that pressure on your opponents,
Right.
Reduce the angles of attack, all that beautiful stuff on the non-volley zone line. In fact, we have a video showing you some common mistakes you make up here. We'll put that somewhere up here, right?
We will. We'll put a link to it.
We'll put it up
Absolutely.
here so you can check that out and learn how not to make errors up here. But here's an example of moving independent of your partner based on the condition that you're seeing. So let's assume, CJ, if you'll slide a little bit to your left, let's assume that CJ's been pulled out wide and she's stressed on a dink, okay? What happens a lot of times is this player will simply, you may slide over on a tether and you're just gonna stay here. This is a really difficult spot to defend from when you have your partner who's under duress, because oftentimes that shot is not going to be a particularly good shot, right? No criticism of CJ, it's a tough situation. What you can do is you can back up a little bit like this. Think of like a baseball field, you're like a center fielder here. And what you're doing is you're saying, okay, CJ, I'm relieving pressure from you, right? You have more liberty now to, miss a little bit because I'm in a better position to defend as opposed to just staying up here and just taking the ball. So consider moving back here, which is moving not because of where CJ is, moving based on the ball that she received, which putting her under stress. And CJ, I think we may have some footage showing how this works in real tournament play.
Ooh, let's roll that beautiful footage. So if you want to get faster out on the pickleball courts and be in the right place at the right time, focus on moving with the ball.
And if you want to continue your growth as a doubles team player, join our partner play course. We'll put a link somewhere in here. Join CJ and I inside there and play your best pickleball.